Safety. For CF Industries, it's what matters most. That's why we believe in advancing a culture of safety excellence. When everyone is engaged, empowered, and innovative, we can achieve a safe and productive workplace. The Stephen R. Wilson Excellence in Safety Award recognizes CF locations for their innovative contributions to improving our safety practices and culture. This award is our way of honoring locations who cultivate the very best safety practices and culture company-wide. That takes knowing what's right at every level and the commitment to do it right every time. It means never taking safety for granted. This year's Wilson Award finalists stand out because they demonstrated their commitment to safety excellence and to do it right. Here's their story.
At CF in the lab, we test all of our products. That could be UAN, that could be DEF, ammonia, urea liquor.
It's a big priority for me as a laboratory supervisor is to ensure the safety of my technicians and my team. Most farmers use anhydrous ammonia to apply to their fields as a nitrogen fertilizer. And if there's a large content of oil, that application unit could get clogged and would cause the anhydrous ammonia not to be spread equally over the field, which could then affect their end result in yields for that year.
For anhydrous ammonia, we want to make sure that we have as little oil as possible. We cannot sell a contaminated product, so we have a limit to stick to.
We give a certificate of quality to our customers so that they know that we've done the necessary testing and that the product is on spec for what their expectations are.
Our anhydrous ammonia oil testing has changed. Under the old way, we would use a separatory cone to remove the oil using hexane and hydrochloric acid. Hexane is a hazardous chemical. It is an inhalation hazard. It is also hazardous to the environment.
Our hexane-based method was a very long process that took about 8 hours start to finish. So once you got the results, that was the only opportunity you had to run the test for the day.
As a team, we had learned a new process for oil and grease testing with our diesel exhaust fluid. We were using this vendor filter, so we thought, hey, maybe this can be used for another application. So we reached out to our vendor and asked them that question, if it would work for anhydrous ammonia. I worked with the service lab down there at Yazoo City and getting it implemented.
And she came to our group and she said, hey, I've got this great idea about reducing the use of hexane, volatile solvents in our lab, and it's a piggyback on an existing technology. We need your help. So we provided support to them to develop the method, implement the method.
So the new procedure involves using a syringe to draw up sample, and then we push it through a filter. Basically, take anhydrous and push it through a filter. And whatever remains on the filter would be oil residue.
We need to make sure that the results are going to be similar to what we were seeing before.
It is very much a collaborative process between all of us to run the two tests and be able to make sure that there are comparable results between the two methods.
The old procedure required us to use hexane and hydrochloric acid, and under the new procedure, we need neither.
We're able to reuse the filter, and we partner with a vendor and making this a green chemistry method.
Renee approached me with the new filter, and I thought it was a great idea. What I really love about the new oil method for ammonia is that it touches on all three pillars of EHS, the environmental, health, and safety. It has an impact in all of those areas.
We do a lot of different testing for a lot of different products here in the lab, but for anhydrous ammonia, this new procedure is a game changer.
Renee's group really deserves credit and recognition for being the first site at CF Industries to implement a way of reducing the use of hexane, a volatile, toxic chemical essentially eliminating it from use in her laboratory. That's consistent with CF's do it right, core values, philosophy of continual improvement.
This idea is truly transferable. The new oil analysis method for ammonia is really quite simple. So I see this idea being rolled out to most, if not all, of our other manufacturing sites.
The safety culture that CF provides that really makes you feel safe in what you're doing. It's one of the few jobs I've worked in where it actually feels like the supervisors and the higher ups actually care about their employees.
We're continuously looking for new opportunities to improve the technology that we use in the lab. So I think this is a great idea that we're going to continue to build on over time.
We are currently trying to find a use for the filter with our water content analysis for anhydrous ammonia. There again, we're trying to eliminate and reduce the amount of anhydrous ammonia that we use to improve the safety for our technicians and the exposure for our technicians and team members.
When I first interviewed for this position, it was emphasized to me that safety is top priority, number one. And I was so impressed with that. Over the last almost 5 years that I've been here, that continues to be top priority. And I am so happy to work for a company that prioritizes everyone's safety.
I think anytime you're trying to improve safety, you're doing it right. And that's really what we've done in this case. And we've kind of gone the extra mile in terms of the added benefit that we have to the health and environmental components with the new method.
I think the team is very excited to be nominated for the Wilson Award. I am over the moon about being a top 5 finalist, and I don't know if I know the words or the emotions to explain what it would be and what it would mean to win this award.
At CF, we do it right.
We do it right.
CF couldn't be where it is today or where we want to be tomorrow without our people living a culture of safety excellence. As this year's Wilson Award finalists demonstrate, that culture of excellence is alive and well and getting stronger every day. That's because at CF, we do it right.